Ahoy visitors of Virtual World, I'm Patronaut and today I'm going to do an unboxing of a brand new monitor called Gigabyte M32Q. I decided to buy this monitor after my bad experiences with my last monitor, an ASUS VG34VQL1B. It was a 34-inch ultra-wide monitor, but it had a VA panel. And this monitor has an IPS panel instead of VA panel, and I really wasn't satisfied with the performance of the VA panel and its technical limitations. But generally, the brand ASUS, I cannot trust that brand anymore because I had to send my previous monitor into the service twice. First time it had dead pixels, and second time the HDR was broken. And actually the second time they didn't manage to fix it because they didn't had a spare motherboard which they wanted to all swap. So they returned my money, and now I'm buying an IPS monitor which still has adaptive sync technology, still has display HDR, but I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not going to use the HDR because I heard it's just 400 certified. So yeah, it's not going to be very usable. Anyway, variable refresh rate display, QHD, resolution, IPS, and Type-C. And it also has a KVM switch, which will come handy because I have a laptop and a computer as well. So using the KVM switch, I can just actually press one button on the monitor and the keyboard and the mouse will switch. And also, of course, the display will switch from notebook to personal computer and vice versa. Alright, let's start the unboxing. Okay, so once again, Gigabyte M32Q. It's a 32-inch QHD flat IPS panel, and yeah, let's unbox it. I should be careful. So here's some quick instructions. Actually, how should I take it out and how should I assemble it? Well, let's see. Let's pull it out. Yeah, it's very hard to do unboxing with one hand. Okay, so I had to use both of my hands to pull out the monitor. I can already see there is some kind of cables over here. What do we got here? Okay, 5 cables. So the power cord, I believe. And then what we have here is the upstream USB Type-B cable. This is going to be useful for the KVM switch, so we can actually connect our keyboard and mouse directly into the monitor, not into the PC nor notebook. And then we use this cable either from the notebook or from the PC, and it will transfer the mouse and keyboard data, input data from the monitor and to the monitor. Then we have a HDMI cable, right? Then we have a DisplayPort cable, and okay, a power cord, but this time an American standard plug, I believe. Looks like it. Okay, this is manual and user guide. Alright, I thought they will include a USB Type-C upstream cable as well, but I guess I will have to get that one myself. Because there is like one USB Type-B input for the KVM switch, and you can use the USB-C on the monitor for the second KVM switch. You will see very soon what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, nice. Nice. There is some kind of stand over here. Yeah, it's quite heavy, I must say. Well, we will assemble it later. Firstly though, I should get out this monitor. I'm going to put it on my bed. Alright, so oh yeah. It's quite big, 32 inch. Never owned a 32-inch monitor before. I had that 34-inch ultrawide, but this is 32-inch, which is, well, yeah, 80 centimeters. And it's not very power efficient, they say. It should consume about between 30 and 40 watts when it's on, according to reviews. I think it was 30 watts on like 200 nits brightness. And I believe it can go up to 350 or 400 nits. So in case you have a very bright room, but actually I can just always make like a bit more shade in my room, so it's not a huge problem for me. Alright, so we can get this off. I'm not sure whether you guys in America have these power rating stuff, the energy efficiency, like displayed on a new monitor or a new appliance or whatever. We do have it here in Europe, and it seems in England they have it as well. These are just speakers probably. Alright, the monitor is flat, as you can see, very flat. Looks nice though. Yeah, no visual damage noticed yet. The panel seem to be aligning quite well. Right. Yeah, let's turn it around. I will turn it around. Alright, so I turned it around. They include a nice foil on the top part of this monitor, and as you can see, it's like quite thick. It's thin up here, but it's thick from 2/3 or maybe even 3/5, maybe even more. Anyway, here is the KVM switch. You just press it and it should swap the monitor and the input to the other PC. Here is a joystick for menu navigation, monitor control. I also heard that they include a software, so you can actually change the settings of the monitor using the software tool as well. Anyway, so here we have the AC plug. Okay, so they have a little on and off switch actually here. Interesting. Now this is the upstream USB-C, I believe. And then we have two HDMI ports, one display port. Display port is only 1.3, version 1.3, I believe. But given the resolution, that should be enough. Actually, it should have 165 or 170 hertz refresh rate. With the QHD resolution. Actually, DisplayPort is not enough to transfer 10 true 10-bit colors at 165 Hz. I believe you can go up to maybe 144 or 120 with 10-bit colors, but the fact is that the capabilities of this monitor regarding HDR are not great, so you are not going to need 10-bit colors. 8-bit colors should be plenty. Excuse me, this is not the USB-C port. This is the USB-C port. Right, and here is the USB Type B, I believe. The upstream one, and then we have the USB 3 outputs here, for example, for my keyboard, for my mouse, and for my other mouse, or to be more precise, for the receiver of the other mouse. I'm not sure how well it's going to, when we are talking about receiver, so the signal has to go through the monitor, right? So I'm not sure whether it's going to work well or not. We will see later. And here is audio output. So they include small plastic covers, foils like here, because it's very new and shiny. You can see the power plug is actually reflecting and this shiny side part. And the stand is going to go here. Okay, let's see the stand now. So the stand. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, there's something more. Oh, the second part of the stand is actually down here. Alright, that's good. That's good. So here's the stand. It should be height adjustable to some degree. I believe it was around 12 or 15 centimeters. Yeah, it's quite heavy. Some Gigabyte logo at the top. And here is the bottom part of the stand. Okay, so this is the stand. It's really heavy actually, and it says it's KVM series, the monitor. And yeah, it's really heavy, and you have this screw which you can actually you can use your fingers to screw it because it has a little hinge. Pads, yeah, nice pad, so it does not scratch your table, and so it does not slide on your table either. It's actually, they are quite nice. Nice feeling. And what I have noticed as well, this can be rotated. So yeah, like this. I think this is the most that you can rotate it, and this is actually quite nice feature. Alright, Don't worry, it's not going to rotate accidentally, because you really need quite a lot of force to rotate it. Yeah, I'm going to put this together. Yes, let's see. So I think you just have to like put it there and then screw it in. Okay. Maybe we have to do it a bit differently. Oh my god. Excuse me. Yeah. Assembly. Yeah, it's quite easy. I mean, you just put it there and you just screw the screw. Because screw it. Right. Yeah, I'm satisfied with this. And then you can just hide it. Now here is the stand, and as you can see, it's quite tall, and this should be, oh yeah, oh, you need quite a lot of force, so it can be adjusted to this much. Yeah. Okay guys, I'm going to assemble the other part of the monitor as well somehow. Let me see. So there is some kind of, what is this, metal piece over here. Not sure how it's going to fit there. I see no screws actually, so maybe it's some kind of oh yeah, so this can be pushed up, and I believe this is how it's going to, this is how it's going to lash into the monitor. Let's see. Yeah, right. Okay, so it's a screwless mount. Nice touch, Gigabyte, very nice. Alright, so it was really easy. I just slided it in. I start with the top part and then put the bottom as well, and it had a nice like visual sound clue that it's already there, and as you can see, the monitor can be also tilted. So guys, after unboxing my new Gigabyte monitor, I was, well, looking forward how will it perform, but the first thing I needed to do is to check the dead pixels, of course. I had this website which is quite good for checking dead pixels, so let's start the test. And now I already know the result, so it's not going to be a surprise for me. I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn off displaying of the refresh rate for now. Alright. Now, so there is actually, alright, I'm just going to show you right now. So again, I have one dead pixel and it's over here, and it makes me a little sad because I'm not sure if it's visible enough. Yeah, right, there it is, the black square. It's actually a dead subpixel. The red subpixel is dead. It's not as visibly visible on other colors as on the red one. So we just switch to green. See, you almost cannot see it. The blue, white. You can see it on white a little bit, on black a little bit. Ignore the, well, the dust. There it is. You can see it looks like red. It looks reddish. And again, here we are on red and on white. If I just move the cursor over it, you can see it's like bluish color. Green, blue, white. So previously with my ASUS monitor, I had 2 dead pixels, and I returned that monitor and bought this one instead. But it seems no matter what monitor you buy, there is a huge chance that you are going to have dead pixels. Well, I have a dead pixel, but actually it's not that obvious to see it while I'm doing something, so I don't notice it. So I decided not to return this Gigabyte monitor, because otherwise it's really good. I mean, the refresh rate, no brightness flicker, no overshoot, no ghosting. I mean, a little bit of it, but it's really, compared to the VA panel, the ASUS 34 monitor that I had before, it's much better. It's hugely better. It's not curved. It's not 34-inch curved. It has a lower resolution, but I can live with that because the colors are good, and there are, well, no brightness flicker, no artifact that was really annoying for me, so I'm quite happy with it. First, when I purchased my monitor and connected it to my notebook, I wanted to activate, of course, G-Sync or adapting sync for this Gigabyte monitor, but I made a little mistake. I forgot to check this checkbox to enable settings for the selected display model, and thus actually the G-Sync was not enabled. You can make sure that it's enabled if you go into the settings, and you can see that AMD FreeSync Premium should be on, and if you are gaming, you will see that the refresh rate of the monitor is changing. You can also actually show some kind of, how should I say, displaying of the refresh rate, such as this. So I just activated it, it's on. Now if I go back, you will see the refresh rate here at the back, and if I would start some game, the refresh rate is going to change. So let me quickly fire up maybe Rage 2. Now you can see that the refresh rate is changing. Yeah, that's about it. Be aware at any and all times. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you some of the features of my new Gigabyte M32Q monitor. So it has a height adjustable stand, as you can see. The height adjustment is high enough, I would say. But one of the features that I would like to show you that's very cool is KVM, which means that you can actually connect 2 different computers to one monitor, and you can use the USB hub to connect a keyboard or a mouse or another mouse, and with just one button you can switch from one computer to the other. So I can use this keyboard and mouse with my laptop and with my personal computer at the same time with one push of a button, which is at the back of the monitor. It's called the KVM switch. But firstly, let's see how you can actually manage to connect this setup. So you actually need a USB cable to connect your laptop to the monitor and your PC to the monitor. Okay, so for the laptop, I have a USB-C connector. I believe. Well, this is USB-A, but the other side is USB-C. And it's going to connect. Let me just make a bit of light. Alright. So the USB-C cable is connected there, and next to it actually we have the other connection which goes to the computer. No, sorry, this one. So this is the USB, I'm not sure, it's called USB-B standard. It's a thick one. Let me show you quickly. It's like this. Yeah. So this cable comes with the monitor itself. So you have one of the requirements already filled for this double computer setup. And the other cable, USB Type-C cable over here, you must get it so you can connect your other computer as well. Other than that, you of course need to connect your displays as well. So this one, I believe, is for the computer and this is for the laptop. One display port and one HDMI cable. And then over here I actually have my mouse, keyboard and the receiver for the other mouse. After you have successfully connected the USB cables and the video cables from your laptop and PC to the monitor, you need to configure the KVM within the monitor itself. This is a KVM switch. If I activate this, it's going to function the same way as the button at the back. But right now we need to go to the wizard, and here you can see that I have two monitors, well, two KVM options used. So one of them is USB-B paired with HDMI cable, and the other one is USB-C paired with DisplayPort. So the USB-B and HDMI is coming from my personal computer, and the Type-C cable with the DisplayPort is coming from my laptop. So they are like these two pairs, and this arrow means that using the KVM switch, you are actually switching between these two ports, these two configurations. Yeah, so to set up the KVM, you actually just go to the KVM wizard. Well, you kind of select it or go to the right, and now you can choose that for USB-B. I want the USB-B connection to pair it with the HDMI video input, right? And then I want the USB Type-C cable to connect with the DisplayPort video input, right? And it's configured now. But actually, if you have a USB Type-C cable, which is capable of transferring a huge amount of data, so it's like a super speed USB Type-C cable with 10 gigabits per second, then you can use actually just that cable to transfer the video signal and also the data for your peripheries. So then it's going to show USB Type-C with DisplayPort over Type-C to Type-C, I suppose. Yeah, let's just simulate that. Okay, so I go to the KVM switch, KVM wizard. I select it with going to the right arrow, and then the wizard says select USB-B display, which is HDMI 1. And then if I accept this, then select USB Type-C display, and I can choose Type-C, right? But if I choose that, well, you will not be able to see the monitor anymore. If I would be on my laptop, you wouldn't be able to see the monitor because my Type-C cable is not capable of transferring video signal. Anyway, so this is how it would look like. So you actually you would then just need, as you can see, USB-B with HDMI, and then for your laptop maybe just Type-C cable, one Type-C cable, which will transfer the data for your peripheries and the video signal all in one, which is great. And again, the USB-B cable comes with the monitor already, so you just need to buy the USB Type-C cable, super speed Type-C cable, to connect your laptop or other device with one cable to the monitor and to the KVM switch. Right now, I'm connected to my notebook, so if I use the keyboard and if I type something, it's showing up here. If I move my mouse, the cursor is here as well. But now, let's see. So this is the PC. Yeah, well, I have extended desktops. Anyway, I'm going to push the KVM button over here. And now it's switched. And now actually, now I'm connected to my PC with the mouse and with the keyboard. And so let's move this over here. Okay. All right. So PC, I can type there. Now I switch it over, and now it's the notebook. So I can type. It's the notebook. All right. Next thing is the optimal settings for Overdrive. Is actually Overdrive picture quality, and you can see the refresh rate here is 111 Hz right now. Anyway, so the overdrive setting at picture quality gives you the best performance across the refresh rate of the monitor, which is around 165 Hz up to, well, I'm not sure what's the lowest limit, but let's say that even if you play at 60 Hz and 144 Hz, the picture quality is going to be good, and you will not notice, likely you will not notice any artifacts like overshoot. Well, I mean, they are there, but they are almost unnoticeable. It depends on the refresh rate, of course. It's much better than a VA panel from ASUS that I've owned before. That would be everything. Let me know down in the comments if you would like to see a brightness flicker and overshoot test within Star Wars Squadrons game, as I have already done with my old ASUS monitor. So you can compare, or you can see whether the artifacts that you are going to see, or rather not going to see, because this monitor is much better regarding handling those artifacts, are bothering you or not. Thanks for watching, and see you later.